This is a question presented by a student who arrived at an incorrect answer. So let's see where he may have made the mistake. And they're usually a very silly mistake, so let's find out. So we're looking at an algebraic inequation. Remember, the inequation is simply that in this case we have a greater than or equal sign. You can treat it like an equal sign anyway. So obviously with algebraic fractions, we try and get the same denominator, and the lowest common multiple of 2 and 4 is 8. So he's correctly recognised that he needs to multiply both sides by 4 and this side by 2 so that he gets the common denominator of 8. So that's where we're at, and I think there you might already see the problem. So let's go through that again. We have 1 minus 4x over, he's gone 4 over 4, and he's done the correct thing. He's multiplied the 2 by 4 to get a common denominator of 8. And can you see what he's forgot to do? He's forgot to multiply that expression by 4. So that should have been 4 brackets, 1 minus 4 over x. Got the greater than or equal sign. And on this side, again, you forgot to multiply the top expression by 2. Remember, 4 times 2 is 8. Now that we have a common denominator, he correctly multiplied both sides by 8, so that we end up with this numerator section only. And now it's a case of expanding, collecting like terms, and getting the x term by itself. So let's do those 3 basic steps. So expand. We have 4 minus 16x greater than or equal to 22 minus 5x. We're going to now collect, sorry, that's 10x. Silly mistakes, we all make them. So we have minus 10x, which is the larger amount compared to minus 16x. So we're going to get rid of the minus 16x. And to do that, we're going to do plus 16x to both sides. And as you can see, we get those helpful positive numbers. Yeah. Scrolling down a little bit, and so we end up with 4 is greater than or equal to 22 plus 6x. And now it's a case of getting x by itself. So at the moment, if you read the expression, 6 times x plus 22. So we always get rid of the last thing first. In this case, we have to get rid of the minus 22 to both sides. And we end up with minus 18 is greater than or equal to 6x. We now have to divide both sides by 6, and remember we are dividing by positive 6, so there's no effect on the inequation sign. And so we have minus 3 is greater than x. So we usually write it going the other way. So x going backwards is less than or equal to minus 3. One of the advantages of both inequations and equations, we actually can test our answers. Oh, before I do that, great time to look at that on a number line. So remember, we draw the number line. It's always nice to know where 0 is on that number line. The one that we're interested in is minus 3. Because it's equal to, we include minus 3, and we want x to be less than. So we have those values. In interval notation, remember we use brackets. So we've got minus 3 all the way to negative infinity. So we're going to have minus or negative infinity and minus 3. We can never really get the equal to negative infinity, so we put a round bracket, but because we are equal to -3, we put a square bracket. And that's called interval notation. We'll get practice on that over the coming years. Well, this is a number line. All right, now let's check our answers. I would like it to go red, so go red. So the original equation was 1 minus 4x over 2 is greater than or equal to 11 minus 5x over 4. So we're substituting minus 3, so that's 1 minus 4 times minus 3 over 2, and 11 minus 5 um, times minus 3 over 4. So we end up with 1 plus 12 over 2 and 11 plus 15 over 4. And we have 13 over 2 and 26 over 4. 26 over 4 can be simplified. And because both sides are the same, it's proof that that is the correct answer. Hope you found that useful. Good day.